guys, Alan here and welcome to my second channel, first video. I hope you guys are excited. I'm excited. For anyone that's here who's watching, you've obviously probably come here from other channels, so thanks for subscribing guys. Thanks for giving the channel a little boost as well. And hello to any new guys that's here as well. If you're here, then I hope you certainly enjoy the videos. You can see a lot of content on this channel away from the footballing side of things, and I hope to be posting really regular in terms of this, especially with City Skylines and all different games, console games, PC games. I'm extremely excited to do this. This, guys, is basically starting off on City Skylines, as I say that in the title, and it's basically, while we're playing this, a little review about the game, whether perhaps you're stuck on whether you should or shouldn't buy it. Hopefully I'll be able to sway your mind either way. And so yeah, well, welcome to the first video guys. One thing you will notice here, just in case anyone that's come here in terms of you're coming over from SimCity or stuff, you're looking for a little review, is this game is different in terms of SimCity. Before you start, you get an option of selecting 4 types of mods. However, I stay away from the mods because it does disable the achievements and stuff like that, in case you're a bit of an achievement freak or whatnot. But a lot of people use them. There's a lot of different things that's in there in terms of roads, maps. There are a lot of different things. Here you have a tools editor in terms of you can make your own maps and things if you wanted to do that. An asset editor which allows you to edit buildings and different things. It's all pretty cool. But we're staying away from that just now. We're going to start a new game and we're going to get something going here for our YouTube channel. The one that I want to show you here is one that I was actually working on Twitch last night. It's called Sandy Beach. You also get an option here if you're wanting to put left-hand traffic on. That's it's entirely up to yourself. I just leave it the way it is because that's the way that I'm used to. Okay, this is loading. So it's extremely exciting to be doing this. It's a thoroughly good game. I love playing. I love building roads. I love the city planning thing of the game, and the game itself, the interface and everything in this game is extremely good. So you'll see as we start off here, anyone that's maybe not got the game, I think a lot of people that will be watching this will have the game and stuff. You'll notice on this map there is only one way in and one way out at this moment in time. What we'd like to point out guys, in case you're trying to compare to SimCity thinking what's different to SimCity, one thing straight away is the size. And you start off with one tile here. I've already played this, I've put in a number amount of hours until there's saves and stuff which I may showcase later on at different times in the future for this channel, so stay tuned in terms for that things. But you can buy up to 9 tiles. There's a lot of positive reviews on this game. It's been done by a company in Sweden, at Paradox Studios, which was there for then done further inwards, where they had a lot of the gameplay done by a company inside them, done by Colossal Studios, and they've done a fantastic job. You may be thinking it's £22, what you're going to get for £22. The reason it's probably £22 guys is because it's a fact, it's not like a a treble A blockbuster. It's not like an Electronic Arts game or something that they don't have a name basically behind, or they don't have a brand behind the name, a well-known brand anyway. But this is definitely, if you were disappointed with SimCity, you're not going to be disappointed with this. This is a fantastic game. So let's just get started. What we suggest when you're starting off, you have to start off with one road. I tend to just build one, delete it, and then get the money back, and basically start off with either a 2-lane or a 3-lane road. I would suggest basically take your time, try to plan out where what you want to do. As you see here, obviously this is way in, way out. What I would say is try to leave in terms of an intersection for your city as far away as possible. You're not wanting to have a lot in terms of going in and out of the city. Traffic is quite hard to control in this game. You'll get used to it over time as you begin to play it a little bit more. I have problems with traffic and stuff. So we've got 2 roads there. We've got one in and we've got one out. And what you want to do, and what I tend to do anyway, is I tend to actually have a lot of my power built first, and all the water things. We'll get some water down here as well, and we'll get some sewage over here. You'll notice as well when you're building your sewage and things, in terms of if you've been an avid SimCity fan or whatnot, you may be willing to come over to this game. In the water you have your arrows telling you where you want your water where the water was flowing. So obviously if you've got sewage, you want it to be going as far away down as possible, away from your water intake. Otherwise you'll get contaminated water and you'll just practically kill all your people and your city will just get ruined. But in the water and things like that, you get pipes, and you want to make sure that you've got all your pipes and that connected. Make sure you've got electricity and stuff, so obviously everything here that's blue is all connected. And this is a fantastic game. It's so fun to play. I love these games. I love SimCity. It was a little bit of a disappointment in terms of what you could do in terms of size. There is no multiplayer in this game, at least not yet, guys. I don't know if there's any announcements or anything like that for multiplayer stuff coming out. But what I do know is they have been extremely very quick in getting patches out. One thing that a lot of people were upset about when this game first launched was the inability to be able to just upgrade your roads on the fly. So what they've done is they have over here option to upgrade your roads, also change your style of roads and things, which is all great fun to play with. And they've been extremely quick with that, so credit to them. And it's quite obvious, for me anyway, that they're going to be taking a lot of interest in their game. Let's just make a little corner here. It's not exactly going to be much in terms of a corner. We'll make it into a one-way road. In terms of residential, we'll get that going there, and we'll have another wee road branching off down here as well. I don't know if I can have two corners here. Apparently I can. Certainly when you're starting off, you're wanting to try and get your time and things linked up as close as possible in terms of your finance for electricity and stuff, and then you can get to the little bits later on. Let's just go for this just now. Now you'll notice here as well, what I'm doing is practically I'm just making little bit intersections. You don't have to do it this way, but like as in SimCity, what you've got here is you have your little grids. That's just basically the maximum amount that you need in terms for things of upgrading and stuff, the space you've got. You can do it with the 4x4, which is basically what the space intake is. You can do it by less things still upgrading and whatnot. It's entirely up to you, it's your call, but this is just the way I like to try and do it just now. Like it says, you can make obviously fancy roads and things. We'll pause this as well. I do suggest pausing it. That was just a little bit of an error on my behalf there, because from the minute you start building roads, you have here what is an upkeep cost and a cost to build it. And the minute you start building roads, obviously you'll notice I've got minus 1,000 here, which is obviously the upkeep of the road. So that's pretty much everything there. Now I've already planned in terms of what I want to do here. This is a map that I started playing on last night, and what I want to do over here is make this bit here entirely, well, it's actually changed. So in terms of up here, is I'll probably make all this bit over here industrial. Down here will be residential, and I think along the beach is probably going to be along commercial. The reason why I picked this map as well, guys, is because this has everything. It's well worth checking as well when you first start the game what kind of transports services you've got. This one has got all 5. It's got the bus, it's got the metro, it's got the train, it has the ship connections, and it's also got plane connections. So in terms of obviously for the ship, I'm wanting ship connections to be down here, and that's why I'll make like a little tourist resort, commercial resort down here. And certainly when we're expanding as well, we could expand from a tile out here, or we could go to the left, we can go further down, and we can go up and things. So it's all there's a lot of stuff that you can do. You're not limited to the one tile. It's absolutely massive, this game. It's gigantic. You'll not get bored. The replay value on this is massive. In case you're wondering about price, it's £22 guys on Steam right now. You'll not find a better bargain in terms of playing a game for hours and hours and hours. If you're from the UK, you can get it on game online as well, £17. They'll send you a CD key which you just redeem online on Steam. It's as easy as that indeed. certainly I hope you guys are going to enjoy watching this, and certainly if you're stuck as well, you want to not get this game, hopefully I'll be able to change your mind and sway you towards getting it, because it's a fantastic game, and if you've not got it, I think you're definitely missing out. So in terms of what we're going for here, we will zone some commercial here, and we'll get residential in here. I'll try and keep it in terms of as close as possible to power. So I've got 15,000 here. What you want to make sure as well, guys, if you're building roads, just in case you ever do forget, which I do, I forget about sometimes the water pipes and stuff. For every new road you need a new water pipe connected up. Make sure you've got water and you've got sewage going away. It's a lot better if you have everything getting built here as close as possible to electricity. You've got power lines as well, so you can obviously have your power lines connected from here. All you do is just put slot 1 in from the blue, and you just put it over to here, and basically the whole power line will go over there, and it will just connect to, the minute you've built a building, it will connect and set up a little power grid there, until eventually such time it's all over and connected, and you have one big huge power grid. The interface as well, guys, is very sleek. You'll notice up here I've got top left hand corner is for electricity. It shows you how much you're using, how much you've got, and here's in terms for water intake and things as well. Obviously sewage intake will be 0 because there's nothing here at the moment. So we'll just we'll start this up, and I'll just accelerate it a little bit. That's a good thing as well. It's like SimCity, you can accelerate times and things. If you're thinking, you know, but this game takes forever, you can play at a much faster pace if you want to. It's entirely up to yourself. I like playing it around about 2. It's fast enough, but it's not that fast in terms of whereby you can't keep up with everything that's going on. So we'll just let this zone in some commercial and residential. And you'll notice here what you're getting is just people moving in, and then you'll have also your water things and stuff. That's what that is. It's connecting to water, people moving in, and you've got your commercial. And then eventually, as more people move in, they will have they'll be looking for industrial. So we've now got 2 people, or 7, so it's just obviously it's going quite well. And all you do is you basically look to zone residential in terms of what you've got here. In case you're wondering, if you've never played a city simulator before, SimCity was green, blue, red for industrial. It's pretty much the same. Interface is quite similar as well, which I think is actually a win-win situation, because if you are coming over from SimCity, then you're going to catch on to this game very quickly indeed. Even if you've not played a city simulator like that before, then you'll catch on to this, because it's so easy to just pick this up. It's a fantastic game in terms of how sleek, how quick it is to pick up. There's always a wee help bar here thing as well that you can always tick for advisor help, and it's just like having a little teacher there. You'll not go wrong. You may find yourself getting frustrated at the start as you try to get used to it, but as long as you're doing everything proper and correct, you'll be totally fine. So as you can see up here, looking for some industrial. In terms of industrial, I'm obviously wanting to try and keep that as far away from here as possible. So I'm just going to put that there, and we'll zone some industrial up on this end, because you get a lot of pollution with industrial. So I'll keep industrial up here, and we'll just try and use all this for residential and things. I'm taking this a little bit faster, obviously, because time's a little bit faster in terms of the accelerate time. All I'm wanting to do is just get this started, and we'll come back, we'll keep checking how the city's going and stuff on the further episodes. But I love building roads. It's one of the most fun things about this game, is building roads. One of the biggest challenges you will face in this game is making sure your traffic is pretty much spot on. And for whatever reason here, they've not connected for power grid. So I may actually have to zone some industrial here. It looks like they've finally connected now. obviously water is going to be a little bit of an issue in terms of up there, but what we'll do is, now that they've connected, it's chop and change. You will find as well, as your city changes, you'll have to adapt and change different little things and aspects about it as well. It's one of the challenges. It's an exciting challenge. You will totally enjoy this. It does look like that I'm going to need something there just to make sure that it's all connected for the power grid. It's well worth noting as well, guys, you get milestones on this. You don't just unlock everything at the start, as I'll show you. Obviously you'll see here that this is what we've got, everything else is blackened out. The reason for that is because they don't want you just going into your city and wasting your money straight away, because you won't enjoy the game. So you have milestones. Our first milestone is to reach a population of 500 here. Every map's different, and what this does, it just unlocks taxis, loans, garbage, healthcare, education, and it shows you the buildings that you get. So for education, we get an elementary school, medical clinic, and a landfill site to basically start you off and have your individual needs in terms of basically desired individual needs. So it's as easy as that. And you'll notice now that the obviously industrial stuff has gone down, and it just changes. Eventually it will ask for residential. Now we've got plenty of residential zoned here just now, so that will just continue. I never actually go in here and just go, you know, bang 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 bang. I like to get kind of a bit slower paced because it keeps you in control, make sure that everything's connected in terms of electricity and stuff. So once like one zone's filled up, or if it's pretty much all filled up, I'll then zone another one. But the fun aspect of this game is just constantly making little things here that you can do. As we further progress, you can unlock things which I can't show you at the moment, but down here it's called districts, and for me to unlock districts is like a population of 1,000. And all it is like little suburbs where you can zone a district, allows you to put in different policies. You can use specialise in different industrialisation and things like that. So you've got industry in there, then they'll cater towards that specific, whether it be oil, forestry, what's the other two? Like obviously forestry is timber. There's ore and I can't for the life of me remember whatever it is, but we'll get it once we have our 1,000 population, or 1,000 citizens moved in to our start of our city anyway. You'll notice here as well, in terms of budget, it's not difficult like it is in SimCity. You're always going to be getting a huge budget coming in to let you more than enough scope to upgrade. And when you hit your milestones as well, you'll notice that you get cash. So you get like a little reward for hitting your milestones, and it just basically gives you cash to sort of get yourself a couple of new buildings in here. So we've got some garbage, and what I want to do is I want to try and keep the garbage as far away from any residential zones as possible, but at the same time I'm also wanting it to be as close as possible, so the garbage will be, you know, it'll pick it up on time, you know, there'll be no problems and things like that. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm also needing a way out of the site now, so I'm just going to build a quick little road for just now anyway. We'll build a little intersection up here just to let it connect. Now obviously these are one-way roads in terms of from the highway and that stuff coming in, but up here is it's like another way in, another way out. I can obviously change that to one-way roads. So just to basically use the upgrade tool as I was mentioning, if I upgrade this here, oh, it's actually not going to let me upgrade to that type. It would let me upgrade to a 3-lane road that way, but I'll just leave it there just now as it's not going to let me upgrade. But it is well worth it saying as well, guys, down this here is your most important bit. It's going to tell you what you're going to be needing for your residential, which is green. Again, commercial is blue, and your industry is orange. So it's always worth paying attention to that, because these things change. Sometimes you might have all three. Sometimes you might have just one for residential. You might just even have one for commercial. It could be residential, commercial. You get the drift. That's what it could amount to. So it's well worth just paying attention to that. So we need more industrial. I'm going to zone a little bit more industrial there. We'll get a water pipe up here as well, so this is all connected. Again, just when I'm zoning there, just make sure that when you do move in, it's all going to connect up to the power network, so there's no problems. Eventually, once I've got enough money, I will get rid of this whole industrial bit, because you can see the change in the ground, the pollution, and the pollution bit is a key factor on this. You don't want to be building residential around pollution. They get on well, the people die a lot, and you'll find yourself having to build a lot of hospitals and things like that, and in general, a lot of buildings will become unoccupied, and you find yourself using the bulldozing tool quite a lot, and rebuilding and repeating the process over and over and over. So speaking of healthcare, we're going to get a little bit of healthcare on the go here. Just we'll get something in there, and just shortly I'll also be able to get a wee elementary school. I like having educated citizens. I like having lots of educated citizens in terms of a city, because you can zone later on, you can zone offices. They're all unlocked with your milestones. Unlike SimCity, you don't just go in and zone industry, and then if you've got university and things around them, that would upgrade to offices. You can actually just build offices, but you need your educated citizens to fill the jobs. And once you start having more educated citizens, you find yourself having to de-zone your industrial stuff that's uneducated. You get educated industrial jobs, which is usually like with your oil and your ore. And I think, which I'm unsure because I've not actually done yet, in terms of your industrial jobs for upgrading, I'm not sure if these actually just upgrade as you get more educated citizens. It says here apparently it does. So I think if you upgrade in terms of schools as well, this lot will upgrade. But I've never actually used that. I've just went on and built offices and things. I've got here a little power icon, so we're going to check our electricity, and you can see our electricity usage is at maximum, so I'm going to need to get another little wind turbine in here. It might upset them in terms of the noise, it might not, it seems to be far away enough anyway. And in terms of things, what I'm looking to do is hit 1000. I think it's 1000 is our next milestone. Just keep checking this, guys. It's always good to keep checking your milestones, and I hope I'm covering enough in terms of things for this first episode here for you. If there's anything that's missing, let me know, and we'll get obviously a lot more advanced in later episodes. This is obviously just us starting off, having a little talk about the game. In case you're wondering, I have played this game a lot since release, and I've been up to like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning playing this and things. It's fantastic. You can lose the track of time on this, and if you love things like The Sims and stuff, if you love like being in terms of control, then you will love this game. One of the neat features you've got on this as well is your ability to actually rename things. So let's just say we just name this like Wicked Island Factory, and there you have it. You can rename every building if you wanted. If you wanted to have something, I don't know why you want to rename every building, but if you wanted to have a little touch of personalisation, it gives you the option to do that as well. So it's a nice little neat factor as well. And this game is well thought out. There's a lot of detail in this. We'll zoom in, and as you can see, in terms of graphics and things like that, the quality is extremely high. You can go in as much as this. You can see we've got parasails, the cars. You know, it doesn't actually pixelate. The more you go in, it's very good in terms of detail. You see citizens moving around, they're walking from work. shops, things like that. And obviously you see houses being built, scaffolding is going up, and that is pretty cool and things as well. And just getting grips and getting to use this game is so easy as well. You can see here we've got like a little burger bar with pop soda. You can just change that. You can go into the assets tool and you can change that if you're unhappy with some of the things the way your shop's looking. Let's just we can change that. Let's call that say McDonald's. So it's as easy as that. And there is a lot of other little cool factors that we'll cover eventually over time. Also, just checking everything is just letting you know what you have to upgrade. Usually with shops, it's never in terms of educated workers, it's usually wealth is what you're looking for shops. Usually with residential as well, it's wealth, education. I think education is the first things that you've got to look for. And we're not that far off of getting a school. We're also not that far off of hitting 1,000 citizens as well. So as you can see that I've also got need in terms for more industrial jobs. So just now I'm just going to zone some lot more industrial jobs up this end. I'll actually de-zone that just to make sure that they take these spots first, so everything's connected to the power grid. And we've hit our second milestone, which is good. So we get more money, and we've unlocked a new area tile, new districts policies, second loan, industry specialisation services policies. The loans are very good for getting a quick start. If you're thinking that it's taking too long, you can go in there and build a plethora of buildings. We've unlocked a fire department, a police department, unique buildings, forestry specialisation, agricultural specialisation. That's what I was telling you about with your industrialisation. I think it's pretty much called on SimCity. Power usage, water usage, smoke detector in terms of policies, and we've got a police station and a firehouse. And what I'm going to do is just to try and get as much buildings covered as possible in this episode and run you through it. I've obviously got a little bit of money. Now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to take the second loan because it's weekly cost. It's just knowing that your weekly cost will come out of your budget, which is down here. And make sure you've got enough in your budget and you don't run your city into the ground, otherwise it's really hard to recover and you won't enjoy it. So we've no crime rate at the moment in the city, and usually what I tend to do is just have everything sort of coverage. In terms of fire coverage, you need a lot of firehouses. That's one thing I will say. So we've popped in a couple of little fire things there. I will obviously need to upgrade power with the buildings that we've built there. And speaking about power, when you go into the buildings, it tells you here how much it needs. So 320 milliwatts squared per week, which basically means you can build 4 medical clinics before it starts to use the equivalent of 1 milliwatt. All your energy up here, obviously you see 32 milliwatts and stuff, so it's pretty easy to work out. The bigger the buildings, the more energy they'll take. That's it's just simple intake. Obviously, as I was saying, residential. Now I've got enough money as to which I can move my industry away now, and I'm going to show you what I was meaning in terms of having a district. So we're going to build a road up here. I want it to be kind of a bit of a straight road just now. So we'll have a little bit of a straight road up here. We'll get a corner. And we'll turn this round. How straight is this going to be? Oh, this is going to be fine there. And if I wanted to, I could obviously take a little bit of a corner, have it coming away, so we're not going to city limits. As I was saying though, in terms of having a district, obviously as you see here is all this forestry land, which means that everything I'm going to pretty much zone in terms of in here. Let me just get the power and stuff sorted up here. Get a water pipe going. You don't have to do all your water at once around the roads, you can take it bit by bit as you've got more buildings coming in. But I just, for purposes of this video, I'm just wanting to obviously get things shown for you guys as quickly as possible, and we'll get our city up and running pretty much as quickly as possible. So what I'm going to do here is we'll move our power network. We'll go from here. Yeah, we'll take it from here. We'll go to here, and I will move it across to here. So in terms of getting this moved, all you got to do is just use the dezoning tool, and I just dezone the whole lot, everything. Because essentially, for in terms of coming into this, I would like this to be maybe some shops, local or public services here, and then up here, I'm basically just going to zone some industrial for the power. I didn't actually mean to do that. And what I'm going to do, you go into your districts tool, and you make yourself a district. I'll select the biggest one up here. Obviously there's a lot in terms of forestry stuff up here, so I'm just going to zone that. I'm going to take a look to see what we've got. Now up here I can either make this, because of the colours, I can either make this into ore, or I can make this into forestry. So what I'm going to do, because I didn't have a look before, I'm going to just split the district in half. So to do that, you just go back into your zoning tool, and you can either use erase or move. So I'm just going to do that. And now you'll see here, so the line there means that this is obviously a different district. I didn't necessarily need to have as much as that, but move it to there and use a smaller brush. Oh. If you want to just make it a little bit bigger, start off inside the district and move the district width out there. And all I'm going to do is here, I select the forestry, which is just like that. And I've not unlocked the ore industry just yet. I've got to reach a population of 2,600, which is probably our next milestone after that, after 1,500. And then obviously I'll just select in the ore industry in there, and everything we build in terms of industry, you will see will change to what we're doing. So if I was to zone, say for instance, I'm just trying to get some moving up here. I'll speed this up a little bit. Obviously this stuff here is just pretty much all the stuff that was over here. There's no specialisation obviously set in this district just yet, but hopefully now we should start seeing what they're specialising in. And because they're working with timber, you'll get things like a lot of wooden stuff here with industrial stuff. You'll see a lot of trees. It'll be basically growing trees, cutting them down, growing them back up, and it does just allow you for a lot more money coming in. I'll need to watch what I'm doing. My budget's obviously hitting red, and I've got in terms here scope for making a lot of commercial. I'll get rid of this. This has actually stopped me from zoning any commercial where I want to zone it. I just want to zone some commercial in here. And you'll find again that in terms of things, more commercial, obviously we've got more residents, which means we need more jobs again, and we'll just we'll zone that. again, just sticking to it. I'm not exactly going to zone too far. There's no point in me zoning any industry over here or over there, because we're not got a power network connected up, and it's obviously got a lot of money in terms of things. And if you're stuck for things as well, you can over here check here for fire. Down here I'm struggling in terms for making sure that if there's a fire, any immediate response service is lacking. They'll come round a bit more. You see here there's a blue one there, that means the fire engine's passed there. It just turns blue the more that you've got. The better traffic you've got as well, the less systems that you're needing. So obviously we hit that last milestone as well, which I didn't actually show you guys. We've got some decorations, level 2 unique buildings, and pet band, smoke band for policies, parks and recreation, and we've also got a high school. I can't get a high school in here, and we've got a building on fire. Take it off and you'll see down here, oh we missed that, they've obviously extinguished the fire due to the fact that we've got good fire service in the area. So that's pretty much it for the first episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this. We'll get more into it in episode 2. If you guys are stuck, £22 is definitely extremely well worth it. Leave this video a like, guys. Comment as well. Subscribe would be absolutely fantastic. Helps out the channel a lot. And if there's anything in particular you guys are wanting to see in the next episode, let me know. Maybe you're wanting a little bit of rundown in terms of the interface, or you want to see some different buildings and stuff. But for now, I'm going to leave that here. You can expect the next episode out tomorrow. Maybe even a little bit quicker than that. Might actually have another one out this evening. But again, this has been Alan. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you guys on the next episode.